This video is brought to you by Comstar, your friendly communications network for all in your sphere.
Hey, it's Shiru. This time I'm gonna do these videos a little differently. They're going to be kind of five. I'm gonna try to aim them for being about 5 minutes, and that will be it. I'm just going to go over basic details of the battle mechs that I'm going to talk about. It is from MechWarrior 5, but I will go over just a tiny bit of what their history is. Now, with this one, I am going to be looking at the Marauder. Is a 75-ton battle mech. I'm going to be looking at the Marauder 3R, which is actually a downgrade of the SLDF's 2R. Now, this mech was made by General Motors. It is, like I said, it is a 75-ton battle mech. It has 368 points of armor. Structure is 235. It has an alpha strike, no melee, of 35. Damage per second, 9.7. Weapon heat is 4.47. Cooling heat per second is 1.6. Alpha heat is 21. It's got a heat capacity, or I'm going to butcher that word, but it's got a 46. It's got no jump jets on board, so it cannot jump. It's got a speed of 64.8 kilometers per hour. Weapon at range is 1,240 meters, and sensor range is 850 meters. So basically, the Marauder is a well-balanced mech. It is also a command mech. It also is able to move its arms completely backwards. Now, in this game, it can't really do that. It's also got the narrow profile perk. It can actually survive pretty good amount of damage. This mech in general is one of those mechs that is just going to try to keep you at distance, hurt you, and if it has to come into close combat, it has 2 medium lasers for that very purpose, and 2 armor gauntlets as its melee. Its primary weaponry is its 2 PPCs with its AC5. So overall, this mech is a very interesting mech and a very good mech. The reason I love this mech is because it's got a range of attacks that it can do at range and at close range, so it can mix that. But it's also a command mech, which means it's good for communications. It has a good communications package. In this game, the quirk of command mech gives it a sensor range bonus. It's got a directional torso mount, right? It has a shortened reload in its right torso. So where its autocannon is, it's got a cooldown, which is good if you're trying to put out shells. Hyper extended actuators. This is where it's arm twist angle modifier, which means its arms can move a little further than they normally can like on other battle mechs. Like I said, it's got the narrow perk or narrow profile perk, which means it has the advantage in this game to kind of basically maneuver and get away from being hit. And this is a bad perk of it is exposed weapon linkage. This mech has a fragile arm actuator, making it an easier target for arm attacks. Right torso structure bonus. is a -2. So it has 4 very positive perks, 1 very negative perk. Now, I'm going to go into its Mad 2R variation just because it is the Star League era version. It has the same 300 XL, or not XL, but 300 standard engine, but instead of the PPCs, it's got 2 ER PPCs, 2 medium lasers, and an AC5. That's its normal loadout, with the same amount of dual heat sinks, and it has a ferro fibrous armor. That would be the 2R. Now, it has one perk about it that makes it a little different, and that is the Star League Relic perk. The Star League Defense Force used the best tech of their time. So it gets a sensor range bonus of 100 meters, weapon projectile speed of 10 plus percentage, weapon cooldown is negative, or in this case, this is actually good, is a negative 10%, so it's able to cool down its weapons faster. Weapon heat generation is also down by 10%. Weapon optimal range is up 10%, and weapon maximum range modifier is up 10%. So, in all actuality, the 2R is a better variation, but it's such a rare mech in this game, it's kind of hard to... Now, as the later years come, you can start finding them a little bit easier. Overall, the Marauder is a fantastic mech if you like ranged attacks. And if you like to get in close end. So, in my opinion, the Marauder gets an 8 in Inner Sphere and an 8 in Clan. And the reason I give it both of those is because the clans upgraded this thing, and it gets upgraded in the Inner Sphere as well. So it shows that this mech is a monster on the field, and it knows how to fight. It can take everything. So this is the Marauder. Very awesome mech, and I would put it as one of my favorite mechs to use in MechWarrior 5, especially if you're using in the base game with no mods. Now, I use mods, so I will say this. There are better mechs for it, but this is just my little outtake on the Marauder. Like I said, awesome mech. I would consider using it in a lot of your missions if you could get a hold of one of these. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about why I'm going to be doing it this way. The reason I'm going to be doing the videos a little bit more quicker and about 5 to 10 minutes is due to some feedback I did get. I'm not good at writing scripts right now. I'm trying to write scripts. So best thing I can do is have the mech up and talk about its armor and everything on it to kind of just put my little output out there. Like I said, I love the series, but there are guys out there that do way more better things than I will ever do, and I hope to be just as good as them. So I'm hoping that this puts me in the right direction, and this is just meant to be fun. Like I said, I love these mechs. I love this world. I love the BattleTech universe. There are so many other great content creators for BattleTech, and I'm so happy to see BattleTech really get the love it's getting now. So hopefully these videos do a little bit better. Like I said, they're about 5 to 10 minutes on. I'm going to pick a mech and I'm going to use its base form. And if I don't have its base form, which I should, I'll talk a little bit about another variation, especially if it's got a Star League era. Now, if it's a clan, I may talk about another version of it, a version I like. I'm not going to go into full historical details in the series, but I will talk about the mech a little bit and share what I like about it and if I would use it in combat. So thank you for listening to this video. Thank you so much, and I hope these do a little bit better. Like I said, they're going to be quicker videos, and my live stream will continue. So thank you again. This will be Shiru signing off, and I'll catch you all next time.
This video was produced by Comstar.